Okay.
I'm going to show you a card trick with a normal deck of cards, and this is a card trick that I particularly like because I like showing it to my grandchildren. It's also mathematical, has to do with sets of tens. And so when I'm done doing the trick, I'll tell you exactly how it works so you can perform the trick with your loved ones. The first thing to know is when you're going to have the child draw, or the other adult draw, two cards. And the two cards cannot add up to 10, or one of them cannot be a 10 or a face card. So this would not work. So you draw two cards. That's not going to work. That's not going to work because it's a face card. That's not going to work because it's a face card. Let's try this one. All right, let's say the person drew these cards. This will work. You're not going to see them, but you're going to ask them, is there a face card or a 10, or do they add up to 10? If so, this being a mathematical trick will not work. So now I'm going to show you how to do the trick. You're not going to see the two cards they drew. You're going to set them to the side. You do not need jokers for this particular trick. You just need the 52 deck, card deck. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here is our deck of cards, and I'm going to ask my granddaughter to pick any two cards out of the deck. But you must answer some questions about these cards. Are they face cards?
No.
If they're a 10, if they're a 10, it won't work. A face card, or if they add up to 10.
Nope.
Okay, so I am going to start the trick now. Remember, this has to do with tens. Okay, so I'm going to begin by laying down cards. And I'm going to guess her card. I'm going to do this pretty quick, and then we'll go back through it at the end and do it again, and I'll show you how it's done. I'm not necessarily just counting cards, but I'm doing something kind of calculating that then you can teach kids a little bit of math, probably elementary school kids that are just learning how to add things quickly in their heads. So I'm just adding things quickly in my head as I go. Pausing just to take a look every now and then. Maybe if you're watching this, you've already figured out how this trick works. All right, so now I'm going to pick up some sets of cards in order to guess what we have. Okay, so it looks like you must have a 7 and an 8. Turn them over and put them here. Okay, very good. All right, so we were able to guess that arrangement of cards. Now I'm going to explain it as I go. Okay, now we're going to learn how to do this card trick. You, of course, shuffle the cards for the person that you're working with, lay the cards down, or hold them out in your hand and just ask the person to choose two cards. I'm asking Destiny to choose two cards from anywhere in the deck, and if the cards are face cards or tens, this card trick will not work.
10.
All right, choose something else. Two cards, any two cards. If it's a face card or a 10, it won't work. More?
Face.
All right. This could happen, and so you have to be prepared.
We're good.
All right, so if it's no face cards, no tens, you be sure you have all the other 50 cards back in your deck, and you begin the trick now. So do those cards add up to 10?
No.
Because that won't work either. That'll mess the mathematical part of this up. So you begin laying the cards down, and when you come to a 10 or a face card, you cover it, just like that. And you begin to look for sets, like a 6 and a 4 add up to 10. So you cover those, and you can do it kind of sly where no one will notice what you're doing, and you begin to cover up anything that adds up to 10. 8 plus 2, cover up your face cards. Here's 9 and 1, cover up your face card. Here's 9 and 1 again. 7 and 3, I see a 10, I see a face card. Here's 8 and 2. Here's another 10. Here's another face card. Here's 8 and 2. Here's a 7 and a 3. our face cards, our 10s, another 7 and 3. There's a 9 and a 1. And you go, okay, I don't see anything else. You begin putting something down and you go, okay, here's a set and here's some face cards. And if you're just left with one card, which I am, I just make that its own pile. Now you're going to begin picking these up by sets, just like you did when you cover them. You cover the face card. Here's a 9 and a 1. I'm going to pick those up. Here's a 5 and a 5. I'm going to pick those up. So if you, again, mathematically, you're looking at what's on top and what adds up to 10. So 8 plus what equals 10, and that would be a 2. And what plus 3 equals 10, that would be a 7. So she's bound to have a 2 and a 7. Let's see your cards. 2 and a 7. So that's how the card trick works.